started in 2004 as one of the neighborhood cafes in Colaba, is today one of the most well-known bakeries and patisseries in Mumbai. Yes, with 11 outlets and the 12th one in the pipeline, Theobroma in Mumbai is a household name. Kainaz Besman Halchand Rai, the chef and co-owner of Theobroma, is here with me today, and she is going to share with us her entrepreneurial secrets of how a trained, qualified chef got into entrepreneurship. Hi Kainaz.
Hi.
So Kainaz, if you can just very quickly tell us, how was this journey from a qualified, trained pastry chef who started with a 5-star hotel and then sort of Theobroma happened?
For as long as I can remember, I always wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
And then I had a life-changing experience.
Okay.
I went to France as a Rotary Youth Exchange student, where I found myself spending more time in the cafes and patisseries rather than going to school. And my mom had a home business at that point of time, so I thought that it just came to me that I had to be a chef and nobody else.
Okay.
So I ditched my lawyer dreams and decided that I would be a chef. After I qualified and worked for the Oberoi group of hotels, my family was very entrepreneurial, and I think mom's home business sort of ideated into becoming an extension into a brick and mortar shop like Theobroma. So we sort of ironed out the creases and decided we'll give it a shot, and we started a small neighborhood cafe, and that's how Theobroma started.
Oh, wonderful. Tell me Kainaz, do you really think that entrepreneurship is something which is sort of there inherent within a person, or is it something that can be learned and taught?
Well, I think it depends on person to person. To be honest, I've always looked at myself as a cook and at best a chef because of my professional training.
Okay.
And I always believe that you're a student for life.
Right.
So I've always, when I worked at the Oberoi, this was a dream served to me on a platter. But when I started my own business, it was a steep learning curve for me.
Okay.
And I think I'm still learning. So I'm most comfortable with the idea of me being a cook or a chef at best, but the word entrepreneur is still something that I'm getting used to. And and I think some people like my dad, he has a knack for business.
Right.
So it comes naturally to him. But for someone like me, I think it's always been a very big learning cycle, and I think I'm still learning.
Okay, great. Kainaz, what do you think are typical reasons which sort of cause entrepreneurs to sort of fail or maybe not succeed? Where is it that they go wrong?
Well, there are plenty of reasons, I think, but if I were to be more specific in Bombay, if I look at the F&B industry in Bombay, I think there are so many factors that work against you when you're starting a business. For example, rent. The rent in Bombay is prohibitive, and you have to sell a lot of things just to be able to cover your rent. And then there is the cost of living in Bombay. Things are expensive, ingredients are expensive, so automatically your selling price also becomes expensive.
Can you possibly recollect, I know it's been about 12 years now, but do you remember what were the challenges in the initial years? What was it that sort of kind of scared you? Or really?
Well, I think everything scared us because we were not from the retail background. We had no idea of how retail worked, and everything was a challenge, right from making product in bulk to dealing with so many different kinds of people, your staff, your customers, everybody. It's always a challenge because there are so many personalities involved.
Right.
And also setting up the business, the red tape and the things that it takes to survive in business, like your rent, covering your rent, and your product and the variance in product, because once the novelty of the product wears off, it's very important that you focus on quality to stay relevant, for people to come back to you, because that can change, you know, almost on a daily basis. There will be a new person in the market, you know, selling exactly the same product you sell. So there has to be something that differentiates you from the other person.
Do you really think that it's passion, hard work, skills, knowledge, or luck? What is it that really makes you stick?
I think it's all of the above, and I would definitely add blessings of, you know, your loved ones and your customers, which is also very important. I think Theobroma as a brand, one of our big advantages or strengths, if you want, is that we have been able to get a lot of goodwill from our customers, and for that is the most precious thing for us. So I think that has really helped us.
That's apart from being a trained, qualified expert chef that you are, what other area do you think you sort of have expertise in and that you contribute in your business with?
See, when you're an entrepreneur, I think also in the beginning it's very important to realize that you are going to have shortfalls. There are very few people that have everything that it takes to run a business, and it's very important to recognize those shortfalls and your weaknesses very early on in your business. You have to learn from every mistake you make, and you have to set it right. You have to take responsibility for your business, and wherever you are wherever your shortcomings are, I think you have to fill in those either from the people that you know or the people from outside, or get the expertise from outside. There's no shame in doing that, because nobody can be everything to a business.
Absolutely.
And a business is a team sport. It's not a one-person thing. So while I may be the face of the brand, I alone have not created this brand.
Wonderful. That's so true. That's today almost the whole world is sort of eyeing the Indian F&B industry, and global investors are happy to come in. So do you think it's a good time for budding entrepreneurs to step in and get started?
Well, I think it's a good time, but I think you have to do it for the right reasons.
Okay.
If you expect riches overnight, it's not going to happen. If you want to cash in on someone else's brand, that's a very short-term view. So I think that most people, when they dream of having their own business, they feel that I'm going to make money for myself. I will work whenever I want. I will not work whenever I don't want. These are all largely true when you own your own business, but it's also your right and responsibility. I think it comes with a huge responsibility to have your own business.
So true. And that's one last thing. What are the tips that you would give people who want to get into entrepreneurship, and what are your success mantras?
I think you have to be prepared to work very, very hard. You have to be honest, you have to be responsible, and you have to just, you know, take each day as it comes, and be prepared to face whatever challenge is thrown at you, because every day is going to be a new challenge. It's a firefighting operation, and you are going to have something new to learn as well as new to do every day. You're going to have to do everything, you know, so you have to be hardworking, I think, honest and responsible.
It's obviously a journey that you enjoyed so far.
Yes, and of course you have to have the passion to do the business. That is at the heart of it all. That's a given. I would say that if you are not passionate about your business, it's very difficult to make it a success.
Thank you so much, Kainas, for your time. Pleasure talking to you. If you enjoy watching Success Mantras on Minnie's Food Funders, do subscribe to my channel.